Hey, hi, and welcome to A Taste of Fusion. Today, I'm creating a fantastic appetizer with blanched garlic and a lovely myriad of vegetables, fruit, and meat, all coming together to create a very colorful and delicious appetizer on a plate. Then, I'm making a glorious chicken roast, which I'm infusing with grapes that are in season. And finally, for dessert, fruits of the season, apple, pears, grapes, coming together in a glorious little crumble, a fruit pot, so to speak. But now, enough of this chatter, I've got to go pick up my veg, get back to the kitchen, and get cooking. Right, we're ready to get started, and I'm going to do everything topsy-turvy today and start with my lovely little fruit crumble. It's a mixed fruit crumble, which basically means I'm going to take the things I got in season from the stores, which are apples, pears, some grapes, mix them up with a little crumble with some sugar and cream. Super simple, and we are ready to get started. I've got two little ramekins here, this glorious, lovely, red, delicious apple. I'm just going to cut around the core, like so, and then chop them up quite finely, because you don't want very large chunks coming in your mouth, and I'm keeping the peel on. So, about a quarter apple to each ramekin. And then just chop them up. Next, I have this lovely Chinese pear here. Again, I'm just going to take off one side, keep the skin on, and do the same. Now, next step, I've got this glorious biscuit crumb here, and I'm just going to put a layer in the bottom of my ramekin. So that's about 2 tablespoons. And then I'm going to take some apple, which I'm going to layer in, following that with some pear. Now, a handful of grapes, so about 12 grapes around, and I'm going to keep the grapes around the side because I want those juices to bubble up and mix or create fusion throughout the dessert. So that's on the side like so. Now, next step, I'm going to put in 1 small layering of biscuit crumb, so 1.5 tablespoons. And next step, I'm going to put in about 2.5 teaspoons of sugar on top of this second layer. Now I'm going to create yet another layer of fruit. Again, some apple, some pear, the final layer of biscuit crumb on top. Make sure it's coated well and coming up in a slight little peak. So that's it. There's no butter, just the biscuit crumb and that little bit of sugar mixed in with fruit. And of course, I'll serve some, I put a lashing of cream on top of it when I take it out of the oven. But for a little fusion here, and not too much, I'm just going to take some coriander powder and I'm going to sprinkle that on to the top of my biscuit, simply because it'll create a really, really sort of smoky intensity, give a smoky intensity to this dessert. Right, so this goes into a preheated oven at 180 degrees for about 12 minutes. Right, so that's in the oven for 12 minutes. Now it's time to move on to my fantastic grape roasted chicken.